Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video here to give you guys a heads up that you can get 3 free PC games right now, and they will be yours to own forever as they're on GOG. They're a part of the GOG preservation program. Some good stuff there. And speaking of GOG, they've got a massive sale running right now, the GOG 2026 sale, the New Year's sale. I mean, we're a month into the new year, but still some great deals, so we'll go over all of that in a little bit. But first of all, Alone in the Dark, the trilogy. That's Alone in the Dark 1, 2, and 3, all available for free right now. Includes Jack in the Dark, a bonus adventure as well. These games are a little bit on the older side of things, of course, but available totally for free, and some classics here. A Suspicious Suicide, A Chilling Curse, A Malevolent Power, finally, A Wicked Dark Secret. This is Dersetto, a legendary Louisiana mansion where, against your better judgment, you're drawn into a world of shadows to explore the darker side of Jeremy Hartwood's imagination. Despite a paralyzing sense of personal danger, your quest for truth drives you to investigate the old house, but you don't know that. By entering, you'll be plunged into the daily nightmare that was Jeremy Hartwood's life. You weren't prepared for the torturous howls that resound from deep within its halls. You didn't foresee the shadowy corridors that seemingly have no end. You couldn't anticipate the brooding, gloom-filled rooms, the pervasive weight of dread, the heavy sense of evil, the atmosphere, and the very house itself. Had you known, you might have refused the task, but alas, you accepted, and now you must make your way through this spine-tingling adventure alone and in the dark. How about that? Alone in the Dark 1, 2, and 3, the trilogy, all of that is available for free right now, so go ahead and give that a look. And speaking of GOG, they've got a massive sale right now, but before I get into that sale, I believe this is new. Fanatical has got Breath of Fire 4 listed, and it's their star deal right now, and it's 55% off for $4.50, beating out the GOG price. You'll get a code that you can redeem on GOG, and Breath of Fire 4 is one of those games GOG added that certainly fits that criteria of kind of establishing and heightening GOG's identity. Breath of Fire 4 alone, I don't think is going to be this drawing card for people to jump into GOG. However, this idea of, preserving the classic titles. Breath of Fire 4 is a beloved game. Breath of Fire is one of those IPs that, there's a core audience for. It's not the biggest JRPG series in the world, not by any stretch of the imagination, but getting games like this, getting it into the preservation program, I think there is a group of people that will really appreciate it. And for $5, it's great. That's available on GOG's official website. But Fanatical, again, $4.50, link in the description box below on that. And even beyond that, like I said, GOG is running a massive New Year's sale right now. 7,500 plus games are discounted, and right off the top, you do have the Final Fantasy games, which recently arrived to GOG, still all discounted. That includes Final Fantasy 3, the 3D remake, Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 9, and Final Fantasy 8 remastered. Been seeing a lot of people get excited over this and wanting these copies on GOG, so that's awesome. I personally really dug Final Fantasy 4, the 3D remake, and that might be because I didn't play Final Fantasy 4 when it initially came out. I think I had the Final Fantasy Anthology collection that was on PS1, and it had FF4, but my real first foray into Final Fantasy 4 was on the Nintendo DS, and it was via this 3D version, and I really enjoyed it, man. Maybe it was the standpoint of it was my first real foray into the game that I wasn't turned off by the art style or anything like that, and it's kind of hypocritical because I look at something like Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, and that art style totally isn't my cup of tea, but FF4, I was totally into it, so who knows? I did play FF4 when I was younger, but yeah, $6.39 on that. Final Fantasy 9 is obviously beloved. It's not really my cup of tea. I definitely don't think of Final Fantasy 9 as highly as a lot of other people, but, I'm in the minority on that, so go play it, enjoy it, and you'll have a good time with that. And then also, Final Fantasy VIII, $7.99 for that. Kind of the black sheep of Final Fantasy, but a game that certainly has a core audience that really likes it still. So that is $7.99. Hopefully with this re-release of Final Fantasy VII, that we'll get that on GOG, and ultimately Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 10. Let's get all those on GOG. Those are some titles that people would be very appreciative of. Also, the 7 remake. The 7 remake being on GOG would be phenomenal as well. So, yeah, hopefully all that comes. And 16 as well. GOG Preservation Program deals are available as well. Like I said, Breath of Fire 4, $4.99. Witcher 2 is $2.99. Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition is $9.99. Love to see that in the Preservation Program. Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, just $5.94 on that. Alpha Protocol for $9.99. Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition, $9.99. Dragon Age Origins, probably the best spot to buy this game is on GOG because it's part of the preservation program and the game itself is just awesome. I beat this game over the summer, and it's one of those games that I just sucked it up and used keyboard and mouse, even though, you know, I am very much a washed up old man that needs to use controllers. But I sucked it up, played it with keyboard and mouse. What a brilliant game Dragon Age Origins was, man. What a phenomenal game. It's so sad. It was really sad going through that game and just knowing in the back of my mind BioWare is absolutely cooked, washed in a shell of their former self, but Dragon Age Origins is tremendous. Right when you boot up Dragon Age Origins and you just hear that epic menu theme, it kind of sets the tone for what you're about to embark in, and what you're about to embark in if you play the game is an absolute spectacle and an epic story of an RPG and what you want out of a premier RPG, even though it's 17 years old at this point, still very much worth going through and playing. Then you've got Resident Evil 3 at $4.99. You got Dino Crisis at $4.99. Rise of the Tomb Raider, one of my favorite games, is $4.49 as well. Devil May Cry HD Collection is $9.89. And then beyond that, you do have a lot of other deals running right now of games that aren't in the preservation program, but still great deals. Doom 2016, $3.99. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition, $9.99. Obviously, that's fantastic. Fallout 4. Remember, you can easily install the Fallout London mod, $15.99 on that. No Man's Sky for $24. Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon, good to see that get cheaper and cheaper, $31.49. I know a lot of people thought super highly of that game. My time with that game, I like the game, don't get me wrong. It's very much a AA game, and maybe this is where the foundation is set for that development studio to really evolve, and their next title will be even better. But if you're a fan of games like Skyrim, and you like the setting of Tainted Grail, I think the setting they executed very well. The gameplay's a little bit clunky and a little bit janky, but for $31.49, given that it's been holding up in price, I don't think that's a bad price. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary is $16.49. You got Manor Lords, $25.99. System Shock, $13.99 on that. You got Stranglehold. Nice to see that on GOG. $4.99 on that. Dino Crisis 2, by the way, also $4.99. Legacy of Kain titles on sale. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, $38.39 on that. Good to see that get cheaper as well. Sub $40 for Cyberpunk. Obviously, that game is phenomenal, and I'm sure a game that a lot of people would want on GOG as well. Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines, like I said, $9.99 on that, even though Bloodlines 2 was absolutely cooked. Nice to see that at $9.99. Heavy Rain is $1.99. Great pickup there. You got Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc, $1.37 on that. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, you know, RIP Sands of Time remake, but you can preserve Sands of Time at $1.99, and yeah, that would be a pretty damn good pickup. That's an absolute beloved classic, so something to check out there. Cairn, which just came out, only 10% off for $27, but a decent pickup there. Saints Row 2, $1.49 on that. Mentioned that over the weekend. That's a great deal. Make sure you check into the juice patch to make an even better experience. Sleeping Dogs at $2.99 is outstanding. Hitman Absolution at $1.99, tremendous there. Hitman Blood Money, 99 cents is great. So a lot of good deals available. Obviously, at the top, I did want to mention the Alone in the Dark trilogy, available for free, but some other great deals available as well. So check it all out. Alone in the Dark will be available for free for the next 2 days and change, or almost 3 days, but yeah. Add that to your library, available for free, and some other great deals as a part of the New Year sale. And Fanatical deal on Breath of Fire 4. If you want to pick it up there, save 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? But that'll do it for me. Again, your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.